training, I'm going to talk a little bit more about some changes that they've done to search records, and just want to make sure you're aware of those. And some of them aren't new, but some of them are pretty recent. So I just wanted to show you, here I am on a person page, a summary page, with all the details, and this is from Family Tree at Family Search. And if I were to click here on Search Records, this next page would come up, which would show all these records for my ancestor Luther Monroe Williams. And it shows his birth and death, and then his parents over here to the right, and his spouse up here too. And so these are all the records for him that the church found. There's over 7,300 of them, so probably not all exactly for him, but just what the church brought up. And so I wanted to show you right here, we're right now looking at all the records, and it's just kind of random. There's the 1940 census, the 1860, the 1910. And so you can look at things this way, look at the records this way, or there's also, they've changed this a little bit. If you click up here, see right by records, click on collections right here, and they've organized this really nice. So this shows all the different results. Over here on the right hand side, look, the Ohio Death Index has like 2,000 results, which he didn't die in Ohio, so I can X that one off. But what you can do if you look on this right hand side is you can actually change. If you click on this count, right now it's going to the greatest down to the lowest amount of results. So if you click the count, it actually does it the other way and goes from 1, up. So it's ascending instead of descending. And right now, too, if you look at this birth, marriage, and death, it's just showing the top 5. And if I click on show all 68, then this would bring up, if I scroll down, all of the 68 records that found Luther Monroe Williams, or at least something that sounds like it. So that's, I just wanted to show you that so you understand how that works. And another thing that's really neat, I'm going to go ahead and click on this show top 5, so that just has the top 5 again, is you can actually look at these and say, well, let's see, he's not in New York, so I don't really need that. But let's look at the United States Census in 1920 and 1910, and you can click on those. And then if you go back up, so see how I clicked in the box? And then I can say filter these results. So if I filter those, now what's going to come up is just those records for the, what did I do, 1910 and 1920. And so that's all that's going to come up now. And it might be easier to find them if you just have clicked on those 2, or even just 1. I'm kind of where sometimes I'm just like, I just want to find them in this census if I can. And so I just want to look at the 1910. And then right here you can see how this says United States Census 1920, you can take that off, or United States Census 1910, you can take that off. So just be aware that you've got this records and you've got this collections, which you can actually, I really like going to the collections because you can narrow it down. And sometimes if you really think that he died in 1950 in Florida, and so there probably is a state death index, and you might have to go right to that index, and maybe they haven't listed him as Luther Monroe, and maybe sometimes they just list him as Monroe, and sometimes they just do initials. So just be careful of all those different things, and change the way you search things. That's the most important thing when you're trying to find records. So that's that part of the lesson today. And the other thing I wanted to show you is just how they've changed when you search all records. So here I am at the middle. See, I'm on this search, and I've got the drop down. Let's just click on search all records. And I really like what they've done. They've changed this a little bit. So right now, you can go ahead and search right here. But this is what I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you how you can click on the area that you want to research in. Let me move this up so you can see. And let's just click on Florida again, because that's where my ancestor was from. And again, over here on the right, I know we talked about this. It shows how many index records there are and how many record images. But if you click right here on Start Researching in Florida, this is new, and I really like what they've changed on this page. So here you can go ahead and do your search, and it'll just search in Florida, which is really nice, because if you know they didn't live anywhere else, then why have different records come up. So you can do that right here, put the name and everything, and then if you look on this left-hand side, you can view the catalog, the Family Search catalog for Florida right from here before you had to go back. And then you can also look at the wiki right from this page too. And that's what they've set up here. Welcome to our Florida research page. We've brought together tools to help you with your research. So they've tried to pull everything together that Family Search and that the church has. So that's awesome. I really like that. And let me show you some other things here too on the left. So this is the Florida Index Historical Records. And right now you can't really see what you're going to be searching. If you want to look and see what you'll be searching, there's 59 collections so far. And so you can click on that, view all the collections that you will be searching if you put your name in there. And there's, billionaire graves, there's, well, not billionaire, billion graves, and there's, the births and christenings in Florida. So this would just kind of show you everything that you'll be searching. And if you want to just search one or two and have them come up, then you can do that too, just by selecting it. So try that and just try different things and see what you come up with and see if that helps. I'm going to go ahead and collapse that, I think. Yeah, click back if you want to collapse it. Because then here's the next part. So this first part will be searching all the indexed records. Doesn't really tell you that, but that's what that would be. Oh yeah, it does. Florida Indexed Historical Records. So those are going to be the indexed ones. And then these other ones down below are the Florida Image-Only Historical Records. So these are records that you will need to browse through if you want to find information. But I like this because it's helpful because you can see all of the other ones that have been the images that digitized, but we just don't have all of the index yet. That's why we need more and more people to do indexing. So I just wanted to kind of show you this, and then what's nice on these, I showed this once before, but if you haven't seen it, here I could click on the Florida probate record. Let me show you what comes up. And all I can do is really browse through the images right now since it's not indexed. But what I can do is this will tell me to look at the county, and so I can just pick, my ancestor died in Holmes County, and I can pick and see if there would even be any probate records, which are wills, or as you can see here, there's guardian records, orders, letters of administration, and here's wills. And so you can just click on that. My ancestor died in 1950, so that's not going to help. But if you wanted to look at these, if you had someone that died then, to see if they left a will, you would just click on that. And then what you want to do, this is just going through like a microfilm that the church has. And if you want to, this is showing right up here that you were on image 1 of 488. So I may want to go to image 20. I'm going to type that in and push go, and I'm hoping I get an index. What you want to do when you see a record or when you see these microfilms, a lot of times at the very first of the microfilms, you'll have an index. So you want to make sure and look through the first few pages to see what's there, because then they will lead you to the other pages. And it's not as quick as having an index, but you can actually actually can go and figure this out pretty well. So here I just zoomed in. See how on the left hand side you can zoom it in? Let me see if I can get this to move. Oh, there we go. Okay. So what this is showing is an index. This is a John L. Mears, and he, to find information, he's on page 8. So you could go through, once you get started with where they start the records, where they start the actual wills, you could look at page 8 and see what's on there. And then below is a W.W. Mail. his estate. There's a notice of citation, a petition, letters of administration, an oath. So he may have died without a will, and so people may be trying to work out his estate from there. So, but anyway, you'll learn a lot about wills and probate records just by going through some of these. So, but I really do like the way that they've set all this up on the search page, like we showed before. So I hope this helps, and let me know if you have questions. If you have any questions on this, I'd love to come in and help you or explain things a little bit better. So, and have a great day.